that, and you're trying to look at that and mouth flap match at the same time. And so half the time you didn't even know what's going on. They used to not even tell you what was happening in the scene. Now we do it. You've got a computer screen with the lines, a computer screen with the anime, and they will show it to you in Japanese to just give you an idea of what's going on. And I usually just try to look at the English words and listen to the other one so I can hear how fast or slow they're talking. But it's come a long way since 2000.
I remember the VHS from the DVD days.
Oh my God, we paid more money because we're paid by the hour and they have to rewind. I'd be like, mess up again, rewind, fast forward. Yes.
You know why there was so much more swearing in the anime than there was in the manga?
I think our writers just enjoy swearing. I don't know, especially the Shin ones. They really, I don't know. I do know that I think Japanese were a little bit more conservative. It's weird. They don't mind showing panties and, boobs, but they don't like cussing, apparently, in anime. In fact, when we did Shin, the whole reason that Shin did not get brought back was that Japanese had to approve it after we would do our episodes, and they didn't understand our jokes. They didn't like anything that had to do with feminine hygiene or anything like the MF, they thought we meant that literally, that word, and so they got tired of having to try to explain our sense of humor, and it's just funny what they thought was offensive versus what we think is fine, I guess. Come on in.
If you could turn any anime into a musical,
Oh, what a great question.
what anime would you like?
Totally Shin. The weirdest, craziest. I got to say, I learned what really naughty stuff was from that show. It's almost like the Japanese, Family Guy. And so, yes, I would have loved to have had Mitzi break out and song on that one. That was a good question. You poor guys are stuck staring at me with nothing to say.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Whenever you first, heard about YYH show and you knew you were getting cast in it, how did you, prepare yourself, and what did you think about the series?
I didn't really know what it was about yet. I mean, I'm not kidding you. What they will say, this director needs you at this time on this day, and you show up. And you don't know what's happening much, unless you're in the whole episode, and she's not in all the episode, or she's not, she pops in and out. So there's really no preparation. I mean, if I were smart, I would get the mangas and read them, or watch the Japanese versions. But I don't know. I really rely a lot on the directors and their vision and what they want, and so sometimes they'll set up the scene for you. And like I said, now we do a little more preparation by looking at the Japanese version to see how intense. If it says scream, is it big mouth scream, or Yeah. But I'll be honest, there was not much preparation at all.
It's just one of those things here's the thing.
It literally, it's like if you've ever auditioned and done a cold read, that is what going to work at Funimation is like every time. So it's good practice for audition, for sure.
You get it down, everyone's at the end of it all.
Oh gosh, and it gets hard when they've got a monologue and you get to see it once, and you're supposed to be reading and looking at both screens. And some people are geniuses at it. Laura Bailey, Colleen Klinkavere, they are just geniuses at looking at it once and just nailing it. Stupid bitches.
From Dragon Ball Z Kai, was there a reason why some of the voice actors had to be replaced and some had?
You know, I was so scared I was when they got replaced because I heard they were doing it and I heard they'd replaced some people and I kept going, I haven't heard anything yet, I haven't heard anything yet. Oh, I hope I didn't get kicked out. Some of them moved to LA.
Like Laura Bailey?
Laura did and Damien did. He played Mr. Satan.
It was Self.
He was okay, I don't even know. Thank you for telling me. But I mean, most of it was geographical issues when they redid it. But I was really scared. I was like the last person called in to start it. I'm like, I just know I got dumped. And they're like, no, you did, no, you didn't. Like, I don't know.
But yeah, I actually grew up hearing your Chi-Chi voice.
Lovely. That's so funny. My husband wishes that I was more like Votan than Chi-Chi. I'm a little bit more like Chi-Chi. Not quite as extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah. No wonder Goku only comes home once a year.
Yeah, but at least they were able to get Sean Schemmel back, or was that how you pronounce his name?
Yep. Yeah. That's exactly. Oh yeah. Oh, and he'll. You know, and some of the out-of-towners will come in and do it, and they'll just block out a week and do all their episodes that they can do in that week. And so I haven't seen him in years. I mean, it's so weird not to see people that play your husbands and children.
I have a big wind-up question.
Oh, yay!
What did you think of Coach Momoy's orange squeezing?
I loved it! I loved it.
I just love that scene.
I love that scene. That was one of the first ones we did, and I loved that.
The orange squeezing scene in Big Wind-Up.
Well, what's funny is I'm not a huge baseball fan, but my husband is, and I guarantee the reason I got the part is I'm so used to listening to him be the armchair quarterback. You know, I mean, like I hear what she was thinking is what he literally says to the TV when the Rangers are playing, and so that was helpful in getting that role. But I loved her. I was sad that went away.
Yeah.
I just don't know that. I mean, it's so slow pace, slow motion. I guess it just didn't hold everyone's interest.
I never thought I would like it because I really wasn't big into baseball, but
Right.
I watched it and oh my god, it was amazing.
Some of the characters were hilarious. I just liked her. She's so passionate about it, and it was fun. I actually connected probably more with her than the other ones I played.
Yeah, I was talking to you earlier about Big Wind-Up.
I remember. You're one of the few people that's ever brought it up.
One of the lesser known shows.
I know it.
Can make a big impact.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank
Speaking of lesser known, how did you feel about a series Case Closed?
you. Loved it. Yay.
I still haven't seen that.
It's good.
I feel so bad now.
Yay. I loved it. I loved playing Mitch. I connected with him and my husband's name is Mitch too, which is funny, but he was such a little nerd goody that just thinks he knows everything, and I loved him, and it was fun getting to play a little boy, and I was telling you earlier that it was a little too bloody for little kids and too little kiddie for big kids, and so they couldn't find a market for it. But I loved the show, and I was sad. I'm always sad when they go away because that's work going away, but I was really attached to it.
I was so excited when I heard that you were Mitch.
Aw, thank you. I was too when I found it.
Oh, and by any chance, did you play any roles in Attack on Titan?
I might have. I mean, I'm not kidding. I don't even think to ask the name of the show. And we do a lot of what we call booth hopping. They'll find out you're coming in for something, and they'll say, well, I could use you for 5 lines as Nurse B or whatever, you know.
Oh.
And so there's plenty of shows I've been in that I don't know the name of, or somebody's rocking it out, man.
Oh.
The concert's upstairs.
Is it a rave?
That's right.
Oh. Well, it's nice to meet you.
You too. Thanks for your interest. Bye-bye.
So do you sometimes go back and watch some of the shows, like YYH show or anything?
You know what? If I catch them on, I do. And especially knowing most of the people on them, it's really entertaining to, you know, Jeremy, you know, or Wendy Powell's for my better friend. Yeah, it's just fun. Sometimes you cringe at your own work, you know, I mean, you're just like, oh, okay. But I don't watch a lot of anime, which I feel stupid for, because that is how I make my money when I have a day job, I also sell real estate, but it is fun, and especially if I haven't seen him in a long time.
I know you said that, you know, you had inspiration for doing Pokemon. Was there like another character that you really liked or connected with?
I would have to say the coach in Big Wind-Up, it's a female that coaches a middle school baseball team, and she has a secondary job just to like buy the equipment, and she's tennis, and she's a tomboy, and one of the saner characters I play, I'm usually bipolar, and Photon is actually the most normal character I've ever played. But I did love Photon, but Connect-wise, I think that's a wind up. I don't know. I love Little Mitch. I don't know. It's hard to compare. And I've been doing Chi-Chi so long, it's hard not to. I mourned for death so many times, not knowing it was coming back. You know? Yes.
I have a question. About the reading from movie.
Yes.
Do you know why they have changed?
I don't know why.
I mean, we were watching.
How many did they change? 'Cause I haven't seen a movie.
Most of them are like different from the actual show.
That is so
From what I
weird.
thought, it was a different company that dubbed it.
I don't know though. We did a movie last. Oh, was it a movie? We did some weird thing with vignettes, like 6 different.
That was probably the OVAs.
We did that. The movie. Now I'm mad. Maybe I got the boot in the movie too. I didn't even know about it.
She's like, I don't know what
She is a little
It's
bit.
one of those things, like, whenever you're watching it, some of the voices really sounded like, whoa.
Yeah.
This.
You know what, part of it too is we were like 10, if I did it, I was 10 years older, and so maybe my voice has dropped a little bit from screaming and ranting like little boys.
There are some voices that sound like the actual show. Like, I know the little guy sounds the same.
Right.
And,
I don't think you did.
From what I've read, the
Saturday.
movies were done before the show was.
Okay, so
So it was done by a different company.
yes,
Not
yeah,
Funimation.
that makes sense. I'm no longer offended. Thank you. I know when Funimation got the rights to DBZ, the first 50 episodes had already been done in Canada, and so they tried to voice match us as best they could, and then gradually we worked into our own voices. And the fans were not happy at first, at all. So, that was, I don't know how often that's happened with other shows, but I could think that would be weird. At least in soap operas, they say, the character so-and-so is now being played by, I give you some warning. They don't do that. Cartoons. Yes.
So did you have part in Battle of the Gods that's coming out?
I don't think so. Oh no! Thank you for ruining my night.
Actually, from what it says on the Anime News Network, you did.
What show is it?
It's a movie.
Yes, I did. I thought that was the name of a show.
It's the movie from
That's how in tune I am with my industry. Yes, I just did it literally a month ago. So, okay, good. I don't feel left out yet again. You just never know. I mean, anyone else?
We'll keep you caught up.
Oh, thank you.
Has your voice ever heard or gone out for speech?
Yes, we try to. In fact, when we go in, and I do Mrs. Briefs too, and she's so Betty Boopy that we'll usually do her first. Then we'll do Chi Chi's Motherly Sweet Scenes. Then we'll go back and do the screaming. Because that and when I play Vince too, Beautiful Boy, you have to make it raspy. The talent coordinator tries to get you in as many hours at once, which is good. It saves gas, but I mean, it's really hard to talk like a boy for 4 hours. So, in fact, my voice was so damaged a couple years ago that it went for almost a year. But the cool thing was that my doctor turned out to be a fan of DBZ. So he took special interest in it. He was the one who told me there was going to be that movie, but he didn't tell me the name of it. He's like, there's a movie coming out. We gotta get you well. Anyone? I feel like this is the lamest panel ever. I'm so sorry, guys.
Don't apologize.
Not at
It's the
all.
best thing I have right now.
Just a quick question. How far do you normally travel for Funimation?
I live in Fort Worth, and it is just north of DFW Airport. If there's no traffic, I can make it 45 minutes.
Okay. Wow.
But that never happens. But I never planned for that not to happen. It's almost 10 minutes late. So, yeah, it used to be in Fort Worth, so it used to be 20 minutes away from me, and that was awesome. The facility's much better now, but it was nice having it closed.
When you decided to go into the voice acting business, did you consciously try to get